阿娘，等着我。
是对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。
Hey, I'm HAGEN, and today we're unpacking the trailer that might have just redefined what we expect from stealth action games in 2025. This is Blood Message, the new single-player title from NetEase, and it might be the most cinematic reveal of the year. Now, if you've already seen the trailer, you probably had the same reaction I did. Wait, is this Assassin's Creed Shadows done right? And if you haven't, well, buckle in. Because this trailer didn't just show off visuals, it made a statement. We open in a desert. Not your typical Ubisoft-style sandbox, but something quieter. More intimate. A single father and his son, walking across the Tang Dynasty's harsh frontier. No armies. No gods. Just two people trying to survive, delivering something that matters, with absolutely everything working against them. The visuals? Unreal Engine 5 flexing on maximum. Heat distortion rolls across the sand. Cloth physics swirl in the wind. Every scene feels like it was shot by a historical filmmaker, not designed by a game studio. But that's the point. This isn't gameplay built for a UI demo. This is storytelling through art direction. And it doesn't stop there. The trailer transitions from quiet moments to raw violence in seconds. A stealth kill in a narrow corridor. A desperate sword fight under a collapsing wooden arch. But it's not flashy or exaggerated. There's weight in every movement. The camera lingers. The music holds back. It lets you feel the silence before the strike. And then, the emotional anchor. The son. Watching. Learning. In danger. Unlike many trailers that shove kids in as side characters for emotional bait, Blood Message puts the father-son relationship front and center. Their bond isn't just decorative, it's the core of the journey. This isn't a power fantasy. It's a survival story. And that makes it stand out immediately. Another thing to notice? No over-explanation. No voiceover narrating a prophecy. No flashing quest markers or UI hints. The trailer trusts you to figure it out. That's rare. And powerful. From a design perspective, we see hints of real gameplay. Narrow environmental spaces, grappling hook traversal, even contextual kills using nearby objects. But it's all presented like cinema. Like a film you get to control. And what's really clever, the trailer never screams open world. There's a focus here. It feels tight, directed. That tells us this is likely a linear or semi-linear game, not a giant sandbox filled with side missions you'll never finish. It's curated, and that could be exactly what this genre needs. The choice of setting, late Tang Dynasty, is also worth pausing on. This is not overused territory. While Western games circle around Japan, medieval Europe, or Norse mythology, Blood Message is rooted in a very specific, culturally rich moment in Chinese history. That adds identity. It's not trying to imitate, it's carving its own path. The trailer does exactly what a reveal should do, spark questions. Who are they running from? What's in the scroll? Why is this journey so dangerous? And will this game actually live up to what we're seeing here? For now, the trailer gives us mood, mystery, and momentum. No release date. No long-winded dev diary. Just one promise, this story matters. And you're going to feel every step of it. This is Blood Message, and this is just the beginning. Now let's talk about who's actually making Blood Message. Because while the trailer speaks in visual poetry, the developer behind it has a reputation that's a little more complicated. Blood Message is being developed by NetEase Games, one of the biggest gaming companies in China, and globally, one of the top earners in the industry. But here's the thing. They're mostly known for live service titles, mobile games, and fast-paced multiplayer experiences. Let's break down some of their most notable work. Naraka Bladepoint, probably their most successful international release to date, is a fast, fluid, martial arts-themed battle royale with a focus on movement, verticality, and melee combat. It was visually strong, performed well, and still has a healthy competitive community. Then there's Life After, a post-apocalyptic survival MMO, popular in mobile circles, but less impactful in the PC space. And Marvel Duel, their foray into the card game genre, which didn't make huge waves, but showed their interest in tapping into Western IPs. Most recently, you might have seen their name attached to Fragpunk, a 5v5 shooter with a flashy art style and hero-based mechanics, announced for console and PC. That game screams Twitch-era live service design, which is where NetEase has traditionally been strongest. So where does Blood Message fit into this lineup? Well, it doesn't. And that's what makes it so interesting. This isn't another battle royale, card game, or monetized multiplayer title. It's a single-player, story-driven, emotionally charged stealth action experience. It's a total departure from what NetEase is known for, which means one of two things. Either this is a one-off artistic experiment, or NetEase is signaling a bigger shift, one that aims to compete directly with Western AAA developers on cinematic, narrative-driven games. It's also worth noting that Blood Message is being developed by 24 Entertainment Linen Studio, a sub-studio under NetEase, possibly formed specifically for more prestige-style development. If that's the case, we could be witnessing NetEase's version of what Sony did with Sucker Punch or Santa Monica Studio, a specialized team focused on premium, story-first experiences. In short, NetEase has the budget. They've got the tools. But Blood Message will be the first real test of whether they have the discipline and vision to pull off a game of this scale, and more importantly, one with meaning. Now let's get to the question everyone's asking. Is Blood Message actually going to be worth your time and money? Or is it just another case of cinematic bait hiding shallow gameplay? We've seen trailers like this before. Gorgeous visuals, emotional storytelling, atmosphere turned up to 11. But when the game drops, it's either heavily scripted, painfully linear, or worse, half-baked. So the big question is whether NetEase can actually deliver on what they're showcasing. On the surface, Blood Message looks polished. The trailer highlights smooth animations, cinematic pacing, and what appears to be a tight, narrative-driven stealth experience. But there are a few things missing: real-time UI, extended gameplay segments, and detailed mechanical systems. That makes it hard to know how the game feels to play moment to moment. Also, this is NetEase's first big single-player narrative project. Their expertise is in multiplayer infrastructure, fast matchmaking, and content updates, not slow-paced stealth and story arcs. So while the budget is clearly there, it's still unclear if the gameplay depth matches the visual fidelity. That said, there's hope. If the team behind Naraka Bladepoint is involved, they've already proven they can build fluid, satisfying combat. If that DNA carries over into Blood Message, we might be looking at something special. But at this point, it's all speculation. The trailer promises a grounded story, a personal journey, and responsive stealth action gameplay. If it delivers, it could fill the void left by aging franchises like Assassin's Creed. But if not, it could be another beautifully packaged disappointment. Now, we can't talk about Blood Message without addressing the giant mythical monkey in the room, Black Myth Wukong. Both games are high-profile Chinese AAA projects, both are powered by Unreal Engine 5, and both are making serious waves internationally. But the real question is Blood Message trying to compete, or doing something entirely different? Let's compare. Black Myth Wukong is steeped in fantasy and mythology. It's fast-paced, boss-heavy, and rooted in the legendary journey to the West. It's a Souls-like, difficult, stylish, and designed for players who crave high challenge and deep combat systems. Blood Message, on the other hand, is grounded. It trades supernatural power for human vulnerability. No gods, no monsters, just a father, a son, and a dangerous journey through civil unrest in late Tang Dynasty China. It's a story-first experience, focused on stealth, tension, and emotional weight. So no, they're not trying to do the same thing. In fact, they might complement each other more than they compete. One is about myth and spectacle. The other is about realism and emotion. That said, Blood Message does have one big advantage: accessibility. If Wukong appeals to hardcore Souls fans, Blood Message could draw in players who want narrative immersion and cinematic storytelling, without the brutal difficulty wall. The success of either game could signal a major shift for Chinese developers on the global stage. But if Blood Message delivers on its promise of emotional storytelling and elegant stealth, it could quietly become the sleeper hit that stands beside, not behind, Wukong. Because sometimes, subtlety wins over spectacle. And Blood Message might be the quiet revolution nobody saw coming. Let's break down the gameplay elements we do see in the Blood Message trailer. Because while most of it plays like a cinematic reel, there are clear glimpses of real, functional game systems underneath the drama. First, the stealth mechanics. There's a standout moment where a companion, likely a close friend or ally of the main character, sneaks up behind a guard and takes him out with a clean stealth kill along with the main character. What makes it interesting is how grounded it looks. No flashy animations, No supernatural powers, just precise timing and tactical movement. It confirms that stealth isn't just a side feature. It's a core gameplay mechanic, and it might even involve AI-controlled companions who assist you dynamically during infiltration sequences. Then there's the puzzle solving. One moment in the trailer shows the main character interacting with a large, ancient-looking stone structure, essentially a light-reflecting orb that rotates. It seems designed to redirect sunlight through the environment, potentially to unlock doors, trigger mechanisms, or reveal hidden paths. It's subtle, but it tells us there will be environmental puzzles, likely used to pace the story and deepen exploration between action sequences. We also see context-sensitive traversal, vaulting over ledges, grappling onto rooftops, and moving through tight corridors. These animations suggest a semi-linear level design, where environmental interaction plays a key role in how you move and how stealth unfolds. Combined, these elements suggest Blood Message won't just be about watching a story unfold. It'll ask you to engage, think, and adapt. Whether through quiet assassinations, environmental problem-solving, or partner-assisted tactics, the gameplay, while still mostly under wraps, shows promise. And if expanded properly, it could deliver a grounded, immersive experience far deeper than the trailer alone might suggest. So, should Blood Message even be on your radar? The short answer? Yes. Not because of hype, but because of what it represents. Blood Message is more than just another stealth action title with flashy visuals. It's a bold move from NetEase, one of the world's biggest publishers, stepping outside their comfort zone to deliver something deeply narrative-driven, emotionally grounded, and stylistically mature. It's not just trying to copy Western AAA design. It's crafting a story rooted in Eastern history, told through quiet moments, personal stakes, and deliberate pacing. If done right, it could revitalize the stealth action genre. It could introduce a generation of gamers to new settings, deeper emotional storytelling, and gameplay that respects your intelligence, not just your reflexes. And more importantly, it shows that Chinese game studios aren't just here to compete, they're here to innovate. But that's still a big if. We've seen promising games fall short before. So as always, it's smart to stay cautiously optimistic. Watch for hands-on previews, developer deep dives, and more concrete gameplay. That's when we'll know if Blood Message is more than just a cinematic showcase. And hey, if you found this breakdown insightful, or even just a little bit different, I'm HAGEN, and this is my brand new channel where I break down trailers, dive into upcoming games, and help you decide what's worth your time, without the fluff. If you enjoyed this video, like and share it with a friend who's into stealth games, and subscribe to support this channel as it grows. I'm just getting started, and every bit of support helps more than you know. Also, drop a comment. Let me know what trailers, games, or topics you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.